What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I'm Wayno. You know what today is? It's Friday. We're gonna keep it going. Before we start though, if you like what it is that we do over here, hit that sub button, hit them likes, run up that hype. Today we talking about DJ Envy and we talking about Dame Dash and Dame Dash trying to put a case on Envy and call him a rat and all this other. A lot of stuff going on. But before we get there, let me tell you about DJ Envy from my own experience. DJ Envy has always been a good guy. DJ Envy has always been a person that's never hoarded the information. He's never held anything back when I wanted to know or I seen other people want to know things. He's always been a person that you could defer to when you want to get information or you want to learn things. With that being said, I don't understand why everybody just wants bad things that happen to DJ Envy. But, you know, DJ Envy has had a little bit of a bad name in the public eye due to his association with Cesar Pena. I mean, Cesar Pena was the dude he was doing the real estate shit with, and Cesar Pena got, you know, a federal case coming against him. And within that federal case, DJ Envy since day one has denied any wrongdoing in any of the shit that he's been involved in. But there's been people to try to call him out about that. There's been people who've tried to say that he's just as responsible as Cesar because that was his partner. And I want to go through some of these things and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. Because as adults, man, people can make mistakes. But first and foremost, this is DJ Envy addressing the situation that he had with Cesar and just denying basically that he got any involvement in any of that bullshit.
Said that. So now,
and I want to ask you a question. Like, as a public figure, how do you feel your responsibility for like your actions and I mean his actions and how does your professional view on all that play a part?
okay,
Like, how do you feel like what do you feel like he you know your part is in this?
I love that question. This is the thing. I have many different partners. I got partners that own water. I got partners when it comes to real estate. I got partners when it comes to clothing lines. I got partners when it comes to many different things. Many different things. So let me ask you a question. Me and you own a barbershop, right? The barbershop does well. On the side, you're a pedophile. And I don't know you're a pedophile. Are they going to say DJ Envy's partner is a pedophile and I knew about it? No, nigga, I didn't know what you did on the side or what you was doing. Not to say that even Cesar was doing anything right or wrong, because I honestly don't know. That's between them and whatever happened. But did I say, here, take this money and give it to this person or do this with this money? I never did. And nobody's ever come to me. And anybody who's ever came, if you ever came to my seminar, I tell everybody on this stage, whether it's credit repair or it's a conventional lender, do your homework because I don't trust anybody. And I said that. And I said the reason I don't trust anybody is because like anything in this world, somebody will treat me different because I'm a quote-unquote celebrity than they'll treat somebody else. And if you've been to my seminars, I say that a million times where people, the speakers get offended sometimes. But the reason I do that is because I don't trust.
That's irony. You know what I'm saying? That's irony because to be doing that at the seminars does, you know, say a lot when you had somebody right next to you that you couldn't trust, right? Now, I think that Envy is in a very, very difficult space. I don't think Envy publicly has ever given anybody, any viewership, anybody who watches The Breakfast Club, reasons to believe that he's a shady or messed up person when it comes to business. You could argue that you might not like him if you watch The Breakfast Club, especially the old version, the OG version with him, Yee, and Charlemagne. Charlemagne has always been the Beyonce of the group, you know what I'm saying? But you could argue whether you like DJ Envy over Yee or vice versa, whatever the case may be. But let's just be honest. When has this man ever had smut on his name where we looked at him as like this bad or negative person that's doing some bullshit that people are gonna deserve justice from? I mean, you know, the Cesar dude, we gonna get to him because here's a news clip about people who say they were influenced by DJ Envy to invest their bread. And a lot of people lost a lot of fucking money, and that's very serious because I can only imagine. I've lost money on, ooh, let me not even start triggering myself about the money I've lost over bad investments. But I've lost money over making wrong decisions too. But some of this is crazy.
Nigel Chamblin says he was conned by Cesar into investing $235,000 in that same Patterson property, along with two others, $300,000 each for homes in Hawthorne and in Maplewood.
$835,000 in total on all three houses. There were other people investing in the exact same properties. It was a scam. It was a lie.
Augie Rios owns a custom auto wrap shop in Lodi, who says he worked on Envy's cars for years and believed his pitch. He did get back a return on an initial investment with Cesar, but maintains a second investment on this Patterson property went south.
If it wasn't for DJ Envy, I would have never invested into Cesar. I lost a total of $64,000.
After receiving two bounced checks, Rios says he got a visit from Cesar carrying this box of jewelry.
He said, take this jewelry until I can pay you back.
How much did he say this was worth?
15, 20 grand.
Then there's record producer Anthony Martini, who invested in what he thought was a promising apartment project in Patterson.
I lost $1 million.
And you went in because of DJ Envy.
Yeah, I did. I mean, you know, I'd known Envy for years.
Martini's attorney has filed a lawsuit.
It's some sort of Ponzi-like scheme where he's taking money from one investor to pay off other investors. You're looking at over $40 million invested with the Penas in their companies.
Now, I ain't gonna front. Yo, your man Cesar is bugging. Yo, dude lost 64,000 and you gave him them bum-ass chains and bracelets and all of that. And yo, he moving like my man in Goodfellas at the end, right? But then Cesar, he also was running around acting like he was some mob boss because he had sent his brother to confront Joe Budden. And he wrote this on Instagram. It says, I guess Joe Budden isn't a Lucci Reynolds fan. I sent his companion a drink, flipping AKA pizza, or maybe I should have DoorDashed it. Bumping into somebody in real life is different than talking about them on social media. You see the work, which is, bro, listen, man. This is where y'all niggas be living in television land. Y'all be living in a movie thinking that y'all some sort of mob boss or something. Bro, you have the feds on you. You have the feds on you for you committing acts of taking people's money and running off with it, and people can't figure out where their money's going. Now, two things could be true. DJ Envy says that he's also, you know, a victim of Cesar because Cesar was doing a lot of shady shit and he did shady stuff to him. But the thing about it is we're talking about influence, and that's what everybody wants to run to. Can people damn well be influenced by DJ Envy? Absolutely. He's a successful person, right? He's a successful person who's made a lot of money. He also got a big suit from Clear Channel when him and Star was having a back and forth on the radio, and Star said some shit about his kids. And he sued Clear Channel and Power 105, the company he ended up working with, right? But people could definitely be influenced. And I can't even knock Envy about that because, listen, if you're dealing with somebody, and like he explained in the first video, if you're dealing with somebody and they come to you like, yo, let's get some money. I got this going on, and it seems legit, right? And you riding for them, and now you doing these seminars where y'all making money and y'all informing people. You feel good because while you climbing up, you pulling up as well. You pulling people up into what it is that you doing because you want them to have some sort of level of financial freedom. But the Cesar nigga, he out here running around like he's some sort of mob boss. But Envy also had to state the things that he was going through, and his lawyer talked about, you know, how he was getting a lot of these cases thrown out due to, you know, people suing Envy along with Pena,
whose real name is Rashawn Casey, declined to talk to the I-Team, referring us to a powerful Manhattan real estate attorney. He says the radio personality lost $500,000 to the Penas in an investment deal to transform this vacant school building in Patterson into rental units.
He is a victim, just like the other alleged victims are in connection with the scam.
Why, if he's a victim, hasn't he filed a lawsuit against the Penas?
He has a legal right to file whenever he deems fit. He is now contending with cases that are being filed every day improperly against him.
Why not come out on his radio show and warn other alleged victims if he feels that he was?
It's an ongoing, they're ongoing litigations. And there's no room for them on, you know, any sort of radio show.
A lot of people say they bought in because of Envy's reputation? Does he not have some responsibility?
Absolutely not. The only reason why Envy is sued is to sensationalize the case.
The attorney is seeking dismissals of all the lawsuits. As for the Penas, we caught up with Cesar's wife, Jennifer, in Bergen County.
Do you have anything to say to the alleged victims?
I say, just hold tight and we're going to come through.
Where's the money?
Listen, that's a Cesar answer for you. I can't give you that answer. He wants to be here with you. He wants to do the sit down. He wants to have this interview. He wants to clear the air. He wants to explain his side, and he wants people to understand what's going on. But, he's been advised to not talk.
People definitely going to argue that, Envy, if it was, I could get that. I can definitely understand, because especially when you lose some money, you looking at every fucking body, you know what I mean? Before you go and look at yourself and the decision you might have made, you're going to look at whom told you. But for him to say that he lost $500,000, right? Do I think he's making that up? No. Why would he make that up, that he lost $500,000? He seems to be a person that's extremely serious about his bread, and he got a lot of fucking kids, a whole lot of kids that he got to take care of, right? But now we get to the part of the story that involves Dame Dash. So we know that when Dame was on the Breakfast Club, he said some things towards Envy about him having a case or a RICO.
And I'm saying what I'm seeing in the algorithm is that you're being investigated for a RICO, and that there were people around you that are getting charged. Let me ask you a question. Of course, I don't expect you. Bottom line is, I already know you're going to fold if they come for you. You tell them. We already know that.
The SEC,
anyway,
FBI,
man, do not show that. Are you crazy?
He
walking with the letter.
Sometimes let Dame make you. But that's the thing.
Now, with these things, he went on to say some shit like, I know you going to fold, I know you going to tell. First and foremost, DJ Envy is not in the fucking mafia. He's not in the mafia. He's not in a gang. He's not part of some crew. You know what I mean? That's in the streets doing anything. These is things that he was doing legally from what he believed. But this is Dame talking about that, and also some lady describing, what the paperwork says.
And, they did research. And I can't articulate exactly what was said, but it wasn't said. She sent me a message, so I'll play it. But it did break down that you are on that RICO, and that, in fact, if you don't or do certain things, it's going to mean that you are, in fact, a rat. And I knew that you would fold anyway, but allegedly. But this is what the paperwork, and I'm going to play it so y'all can hear it.
Anybody can go online and type in Cesar H. Pena. When they do, they'll see links from the Department of Justice.gov. They can simply open up the two links that you see here. The first one shows the New Jersey real estate investor and online influencer charged with committing multi-million-dollar investment fraud scheme, laundering drug proceeds, and bribing a New Jersey politician. If you simply scroll down, you will see the individual one. Individual one is clearly described as Pena's business partner, a well-known disc jockey and radio personality who resided in New Jersey. You go further down, as you can see through this video, it gives more description on Pena and his business partner. Individual one operated a company that conducted real estate seminars around the country with Pena. He's a co-conspirator. This individual one, who is a well-known radio personality, disc jockey in New Jersey. That only describes one person who we all...
All right, Shorty is Captain fucking obvious. Like, okay, yeah, disc jockey resides in New Jersey, right? But do y'all believe that DJ Envy would be involved in money laundering, drug proceeds, and all of that when he got so much to lose? Like, let's be for real. And my problem that I have with just even this, any of this being trying to push towards the DJ Envy, even with Dame saying, I know he was going to tell or he's going to fold. Bro, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? At what point are people maturing enough to be aware of the situation? You damn right he better cooperate. Why wouldn't he cooperate? He's a tax-paying citizen. He ain't no street nigga. DJ Envy got 5 kids, a wife. Congratulations to his daughter. His daughter just got engaged to get married. Shit is going good for him. His son is in college playing football. He got a lot to look forward to. So why wouldn't he cooperate with the feds if something like this happened? He ain't in the streets, but that's where the message and the lines get blurred, because this idea of like this gangster persona, like, bro, stop it, my nigga. Stop it, bro. Stop it. I just think that this situation with Envy overall is it's unfortunate, right? I do believe that 2 things could be true. I do believe that people were influenced by DJ Envy, of course, because he's DJ Envy, and rightfully so. People think that he's a name that they can trust. I do believe that DJ Envy got involved with Cesar Pena, because he believed that they could make some money together, and he saw what he was doing, or he might have had some information on what he was doing, and some of it might have been legit. But Pena is out here robbing Peter to pay Paul and shit. You know what I'm saying? He taking from one to pay the other. That's what it looks like optically. I think overall, to even have some sort of message about him being a potential rat because of a situation like this is ridiculous and irresponsible. Super irresponsible. You know what I mean? We got to do better. This is how I do it my excuse me, goddamn. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually will. I hope after this video, you stay. Peace.